My daughter and I are almost to Cedar Point right now. We're coming up the big long driveway to the island, and we're gonna see what Cedar Point is like post-COVID with masks on today. I hope you guys enjoy the ride. I'll see you in just a couple of minutes. A little tip, always take note of where you are when you get to Cedar Point so that you can see, like on the way back, I'll be just left of the security tower. Once again, here we have markers down for us to stand at least 6 feet apart. Right now, we're just about to get on to the Motion Ocean, right? Yeah. Nice to see that the Sky Ride does look like it's open. For one reason or another, I'm not sure what it is. Something happens every year, and if you can see my right eye, it's literally my right eye every year, like swells up and gets to the point where I cannot see, and it's only at Cedar Point. I don't know if it's a weird allergy here or what it is, but it's happened again. If anybody knows what might happen in the environment once a year, let me know what you think it might be. So it looks like the kiddie rides work in much the same way. There are little please stand here markers, but there are fewer of them. It looks like there's just like maybe 2 or 3 for each of these kids rides. You can see them cleaning behind me, that ride that we just rode a minute ago. They are cleaning those every, it looks like every couple laps. They take about 15 minutes to clean all the rides, which does make it take longer to get onto a ride if you don't hit it at the right time. But it is nice that they are kind of deep cleaning the rides every couple turns. But it also can make things a bit more difficult and tie things up a bit more. So one thing I am noticing with the kids' lines, though, is if you are particularly nervous about your child, the kids don't really keep the social distancing as much, so you might want to stand with your kid in line or things like that, depending on what your level of concern is for them and for the other kids around them.
The tigers, standing up and fight, rising up to the challenge of our rivals. And the last go to life,
The shops are gray in the night.
watch us on the line of the tigers.
About to go into Coaster's Drive-In just for a glass of water. But since it is late lunch time-ish, like 2 o'clock, there's of course a pretty decent line. So. But it's nice we have some entertainment right behind us too. You can see that in here, all of the booths, every other booth is not used. It's pretty standard for just about anywhere in America right now. We're just here to get some water, but it's taken a while. But that's what's gonna happen when you have a long line. I don't even think that's COVID related. It just has to do with being just after lunch. Right now we're drinking our water, and they're still performing back behind us. It's fun just to be able to listen to them and have kind of a relaxing place just to sit down and enjoy some water. Right this way is a relaxation area right on the other side of this barrier right there. This is an area where you can take down your mask and just feel a little bit better. Take a few deep breaths. It's in the old petting zoo area, but instead it's a big shaded area. So we're just gonna go take a minute here just to relax a little bit. We are about to get onto the water rapids ride. This is working a lot better than it did the other day, but I think every so often they run them all through and basically pat them all down, disinfect them all before they let more people on the ride. I think that's why it was taking so long the other day. Today, it's been going very fast already, and we laid our shoes down at the very front exit. They have a little thing that you can put all your shoes in, which is definitely nice, but then the ground is really hot. So this little one needs me to carry her so that her feet aren't scorched. I love the outdoor entertainment that's happening right now here. It's really fun to be able to just walk around and have the entertainment there. Otherwise, it used to be there was some outdoor entertainment, but usually you had to go inside. Because of COVID, they've basically moved everything in or outside, which is pretty cool. It definitely makes walking around much more entertaining than it used to be. We're on the tilt-a-whirl. We're not allowed to film though while it's riding, so this is going in my pocket right now. Like I said earlier, eating too late actually is a detriment. You have a much larger line. Right now I'm eating at 5 o'clock and the line is almost nothing in here. And 5 o'clock is a pretty normal time to eat, so we're gonna get some good food, hopefully feel better for the rest of the day. Then we'll probably go get our bathing suits and we'll go swimming at the beach for a little while after that, so it'll be fun. I would guess around 6:30, maybe 7 o'clock, people will start realizing they're hungry. So a quick tip for anytime you're coming to any kind of amusement park, is always eat early. That's true for Cedar Point, it's true for Disney World, and obviously it's true in here right now. Earlier today, we had a huge line just for water. Right now, we don't have barely anything. We are riding a very soothing ride, right? It's the Sky Ride. I'm glad to see that the Sky Ride is back. This is going to be our last ride, except I think we're going to ride the Matterhorn too. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, that I always get sick on. But we just ate, so I said let's settle down our bellies first. We're going to go get a bathing suit, and then we're going to go ride the Matterhorn. And then we are going to go out onto the beautiful beach right over there.
Or right over there.
Or right over there. That's possible too. So today's been pretty fun. How many rides have we done, do you think, Eva?
I didn't count them.
I think maybe 10, something like that, which isn't too bad. We've been pretty slow moving around too, and we've only been here for about 5 hours, maybe 4 hours actually. But we've done quite a few rides.
It's very windy right now.
It's very windy. Yes, it is. Look at your hair. The River Rapids is a new favorite ride.
Yep, it is. And we got really wet on it.
We got really wet on it, but it felt really good, right?
Sure did.
Felt very good. So now we're going to go back to the car, get what we need.
Yep.
And
my
then,
bathing suit.
yep.
Everything else.
We are on our way back into the theme park, but really we're gonna probably ride 2 rides. We've decided we wanted to ride also the carousel, and then we're gonna go out onto the beach. Today's not about the big rides, but it does look like to ride the big rides, you need to have an access pass. And I have seen the lines for those today. Those lines are reasonable, but you have to actually stand in line to get the pass, and then you come back for the time specified. If you want to come, make sure that you plan some time to stand in those lines also. We're on our way back through the temperature check. Thanks. I'm not sure what the method to the madness is, but sometimes they plan where you actually have the thing to your forehead, and other times there is just a big camera, like an infrared camera, that they gauge your temperature by. Your favorite part today, Eva, so far? Or your favorite things about today?
Riding the skyway around right now and doing the river rapids and looking at the beach from
Yeah. It's gonna be fun to go to the beach, isn't it?
Yeah.
For this ride, they did load every seat, but they loaded every seat, every other seat, and then they started with infilling all the seats that had not been filled yet. So I thought that was interesting on the Matterhorn here. There's definitely a very thorough cleaning going on right now, which is a good thing. I think they do that every so often. It's annoying when you're in line, kind of, but it's a good thing that they are cleaning things as thoroughly as they are. And right now we can listen to the swell tones one more time. This is our third time for the day. So apparently everything we've done has centered right around this very area. This is a little bit harder though for my little one to be okay with. She's a bit more bored, and we're kind of just going, when's it our turn? So that's frustrating with kids, of course, but it is kind of a necessary evil for right now. When you get onto a ride, you want to take note of what number you're being seated in. So like we were just seated into number 14. We want to remember that because they'll dismiss by number 2 so that you don't have too much of a bottleneck of people all clamoring to get out the doors on the way out. So they'll dismiss by like certain numbers like 14, 18, 22, you know, they'll go around and then they'll dismiss by another set of numbers. We are gonna spend the rest of today just here on the beach. One thing that's nice, especially right now, the park does close pretty early. Right now it's only about 8 o'clock, but the park either has closed or is just about to close if it's not quite 8 o'clock yet. I haven't looked at the time. I've lost a little bit of track. We've just been playing here on the beach, but that is the nice thing about it. Even if the park closes early, there's a lot that you can do in the resort area. You can listen to the band behind you or behind me right now. You can make a sandcastle. You can play out in the water, do some different things here that would give some extra time to your day, even if the park closes early. It is really nice. The beach is open to everybody, not just to resort guests. So it's a great place just to come, spend some time. You even could grab some food or go to the sand bar right there too. Well, here we are at the end of the day. We have a completely empty parking lot around us with Cedar Point behind us. Since we spent a little bit more time, we also got Starbucks on the way out. We've just had a lot of fun today. Don't you think so, Eva?
Yep. Unless a seaweed grows in my hair. That's a little joke I made up for you all.
I very much recommend coming to Cedar Point. This is really fun. We've had a great time today, and I hope you guys enjoyed our video. I think we did like 15 rides today. Saw the same show 3 times and went through 5 different lands. And then saw the beach, spent time on the beach. I would definitely say that's successful. And now we're here in our car and it's time to go home.
And all the birds.
And all the birds. there are tons and tons of birds all around the parking lot. And they've been flying all over. Thanks for joining us today. Do you want to say bye, Eva?
Bye.
See you guys later.